clung to my worn-out boots by the graveyard gate where the dead sleep loose. Moonlight hung on crooked stones, and cold wind whispered through the bones. I brought a bottle and a rusted spade to dig through sins I never laid. The preacher said, boy, leave it be, but ghosts still kept on calling me. I knelt beside my brother's grave, the same one I was too late to save. My hands were stained from years gone by, and I still heard his final cry. Graveyard confession under blackened skies, telling my truth where the silence lies. Lord, I buried more than flesh and bone. I buried pieces of my soul alone. If mercy walks where the dead men sleep, come find the promises I couldn't keep before the dark drags me below. Hear this graveyard confession. The whiskey burned like bitter blame as I carved his old forgotten name. A coyote cried out through the hills, and everything around stood still. I spoke of blood, of stolen nights, of poker debts and outlaw fights, of every lie I wore like skin, and every road that led to sin. The chapel bell rang through the dark like iron striking at my heart, and from the shadows by the pines I swore I saw those haunted eyes. Graveyard confession in the dead of night, begging the Lord to make it right. Lord, I carried guilt like iron chains through dust storms, whiskey and endless pain. If grace still waits for men like me, lost where the blind can never see, before my breath turns cold as stone, take this graveyard confession. I dropped that bottle in the dirt, watched it break beside the earth, then bowed my head beneath the cross, counting all that I had lost. No thunder rolled, no angel sang, just church bells crying through the rain. Graveyard confession, blood and dust laying down pride, fear and rust. The moon still hung, the night stayed black, but I felt peace come drifting back. No grave, no ghost, no past untold could keep me buried in the cold. Shadows drifted down the trail, past broken fences, rusted nails. The moon hung thin above the pines, like a blade cut through the night. I wore my sins like a weathered coat, with the whiskey burning in my throat. That hollow road knew every lie, and every grave I left behind. At the end stood that chapel old, its wooden bones turned dark and cold. A crooked cross against the sky, like judgment waiting in the night. Chapel in the hollow, hear me now. I've bent my back, but I won't bow. Lord, I've dragged these chains too far through blackened fields and outlaw scars. If there's mercy in the midnight rain, wash these hands of blood and pain before the dark comes calling home. Don't leave me in this hollow alone. Inside the walls, the candles shook, dust on the floor, an open book. My fingers traced those sacred lines, like searching truth I'd left behind. I spoke the names I couldn't save, the ones now sleeping in their graves. The cards I played, the debts I made, the crooked roads where I betrayed. Then through the cracks the cold wind cried, like all my ghosts were standing by. And every bell out in the dark struck like thunder in my heart. Chapel in the hollow, hear me now. I've bent my back, but I won't bow. Lord, I've dragged these chains too far through blackened fields and outlaw scars. If there's mercy in the midnight rain, wash these hands of blood and pain before the dark comes calling home. Don't leave me in this hollow alone. I dropped my gun upon the floor, didn't want that life no more. The candle flame burned tall and still, like heaven watched from on the hill. Chapel in the hollow, cold and deep, held the vows I couldn't keep. The moon burned pale through broken glass and lit the shadows of my past. No devil's chain, no outlaw name could drag me back through sin again. saloon went silent when I walked in. Dust on my coat, blood on my skin. Moonlight leaked through shattered glass, like ghosts still watching from the past. I took a seat by the corner wall, where names were carved from barroom brawls. The barkeep slid that bottle down, didn't ask why I was in town. 3 fresh graves out on the ridge, crosses leaning by the bridge. Men I knew, men I betrayed, now sleep beneath the dirt I made. Whiskey for the dead, pour it slow, for the souls I lost down broken roads. Lord, I wore my pride like iron skin, but all it brought was blood and sin. If mercy lingers after dark, find me where the graveyards are. Before the night takes what I've bled, I'll drink this whiskey for the dead. The preacher warned me years ago that crooked seeds grow crooked roads. But I laughed loud and rode my greed till all I had was what I'd bleed. Now the names still haunt my sleep, like wolves crying through the creek. Every bottle tastes like dust, every prayer feels lined with rust. I walked outside to that graveyard gate, carried the bottle and all my hate, poured it out on the cold black ground, and heard church bells through the town. Whiskey for the dead, black as rain, for every wound and every pain. Lord, I drag my sins through desert stone, now all that's left is skin and bone. If grace still waits beyond this land, take this bottle from my hand. Before I join the ones I bled, I'll pour this whiskey for the dead. No stars above, just moonlit smoke and memories of the vows I broke. I dropped to my knees beside those graves and begged the Lord for what He saves. Whiskey for the dead ran through the dirt, carried away my fear and hurt. The moon stayed high, the night stayed cold, but peace moved through my weary soul. No grave, no ghost, no blood I shed could drown the prayers I gave the dead. The saloon was dead, just lantern smoke and splintered chairs from promises broke. My glass sat warm in a calloused hand, like the last old friend in this wasted land. Moonlight spilled through a cracked back door, paint and dust on the wooden floor. The barkeep watched but said no word, like he'd seen men drown without the dirt. I wore my sins like a leather coat, heavy with names I never spoke. And in my pocket, cold as stone, was a cross I swore I'd left alone. Rusted halo over my head, hang low like the tears I bled. Lord, I've worn this crown of shame till I barely know my name. If mercy's still in midnight air, come find me kneeling in despair. Before the dark lays down its claim, take this rusted halo away. There's a graveyard hill past the county line where my brother sleeps beneath old pine. I left him there with words unsaid, and whiskey stains where tears had bled. That cross in my pocket burned like coal, like mama's prayers still haunt my soul. She used to say, boy, kneel and pray, or the dark will steal your heart away. Now the church bell rang through the empty black, like a sound trying to pull me back. And every toll cut through my chest like judgment knocking for my rest. Rusted halo over my soul, bent, cracked, but not yet stole. Lord, I ran through dust and sin, but I don't wanna die like this. If grace still walks these roads tonight, lead me through this endless fight. Before my breath turns cold and fades, lift this rusted halo away. I poured that bottle onto the floor, didn't need that poison anymore. Dropped that cross down in my hand and prayed alone where I would stand. The lantern shook, the shadows crawled, and I heard my name beyond those walls. Rusted halo fall tonight, break apart in pale moonlight. No devil's hand, no whiskey burn can stop a soul that wants to turn. The moon stayed high, the dark stayed deep. Peace found me where sinners weep. Cold iron hanging by my side, heavy as the sins I hide. Dust drifted through the broken street, like ghosts that followed every step. The saloon was shut, the lamps burned low, moonlight cut through window smoke. My boots kept dragging through the mud, still stained dark with borrowed blood. There's a bounty on the man I was, pinned up high where the old boards rot. A younger face beneath that hat, a soul long gone, now want it back. Cold iron prayer in my shaking hand. Lord, I'm tired of this cursed land. I've chased revenge through endless black, but all it did was drag me back. If mercy still can hear my voice, show me there's another choice before this trigger takes my breath. Save me from this walk with death. Down the jailhouse wall the names were carved, of thieves and drifters left in dark. I knew them all, drank with their ghosts, shared cheap whiskey and empty toasts. My brother's grave beyond the ridge still waits beneath that broken bridge. He died for debts I should have paid, and now his shadow calls my name. The chapel bell rang low and deep, like something waking from my sleep. And through the dark I heard the sound of chains still dragging on the ground. Cold iron prayer under moonlit skies. Lord, I'm worn from all these lies. I carried hate like loaded steel, till nothing beneath felt real. If grace still waits where sinners kneel, break this rage I always feel before my hands are stained again. Pull me from this life of sin. I lay that pistol on the altar wood, where my mama said I always should. The candles bent, the shadows swayed, and all my anger slowly gave. Cold iron prayer, now set aside. No blood remains for me to hide. The moon stayed high, the night stayed long, but somehow I knew where I belong. No iron weight, no outlaw name could pull me back to hell again. Still swayed in the midnight breeze, above old boards and dying trees. Dust blew low through the empty square, like dead men's prayers still hanging there. I walked alone with my hat pulled low, past the place where they let him go. My brother swung for a crime I knew, and I kept silent like cowards do. The whiskey burned like rusted nails, while moonlight washed the county rails. That gallows wood still called my name, like guilty carved it in the grain. Midnight on the gallows, hear me cry. Lord, I've lived too long beneath this lie. I let blood fall and and truth grow cold, and sold my soul for fear and gold. If mercy still can reach this town, lift this sinner from the ground before that rope comes down for me. Set my soul and conscience free. The preacher spoke, but I ran away. Left that town in black disgrace. Played my cards in outlaw bars, beneath dead moons and prison stars. But every road bent back to here, to that hanging rope. And all my fear, I hear his voice in the midnight wind. Brother, don't let this be the end. The church bell rang from the hilltop stone, a sound that chilled me to the bone. And in that toll I felt the truth. The noose had waited for me too. Midnight on the gallows, black and still. Echoes run across the hill. Lord, I carried silence like a blade, and let my brother bear my shame. If grace still burns in endless night, guide my feet toward what is right, before the earth takes all I am. Forgive the blood upon my hands. I dropped my bottle in the dirt, watched it break beside that earth, then carved his name into that wood, and wept there where the gallows stood. Midnight on the gallows passed me by. The moon still watched that endless sky. No rope came down, no judgment call, just mercy moving through it all. No fear, no lie, no ghost I knew could keep me from speaking the truth. Black water rolled by the county line, dark as the secrets I left behind. Moon hung low on that crooked stream, like a silver knife through a broken dream. Boots full of mud, coat torn thin, carrying scars beneath my skin. The river knew what I had done long before I learned to run. There's an old wood bridge where sinners meet, where gamblers drown and drifters bleed. I stood there still with a whiskey jar, counting sins beneath the stars. Moon over black water, shine on me. Through all the wreckage I can't unsee, Lord, I buried truth in muddy ground, and let my soul get dragging down. If mercy moves through this dark tide, pull me back from the other side, before the river takes my name. wash away my fear and shame. The wind cut hard through the cypress trees like whispered prayers on a dying breeze. I heard my brother's voice again, calling low through the river bend. He said, you can't outrun your past, not with whiskey, gold, or cards. And every word felt sharp and cold like iron chains around my soul. The church bell rang from the hilltop dark, a lonely sound through the river's heart. And in that toll I felt the truth, the water held what I once knew. Moon over black water, pale and still, watch me kneel against your will. Lord, I've walked these roads half dead, with blood and sorrow where I tread. If grace still waits beyond these waves, lead me out before the grave, before this black tide drags me through. Show me what's left that's true. I poured that whiskey in the stream, watched it fade like a fever dream. Dropped my knife into the flow, let the dark take what I owed. Moon over black water, cold and wide, kept my sins but spared my life. The river ran, the night stayed deep, but peace found me where waters meet. No devil's debt, no outlaw stain could pull me down that dark again. The chapel stood on hollow ground, where crooked crosses face the town. Moonlight bled through splintered wood, like broken grace where sinners stood. My coat was torn, my hands were bruised from roads of loss and nights abused. Whiskey stains and dried up blood still mark the trail where I had stood. A black veil hung beside the door for souls that wouldn't walk no more. I pulled it down and wrapped it tight, like wearing all my wrongs that night. Black veil prayer beneath the moon, sing for me before I'm gone too soon. Lord, I've carried sins like iron stone through empty bars and roads alone. If mercy waits where shadows crawl, hear my name through chapel walls. Before the grave lays claim to me, set my spirit free tonight. I lit a candle, watched it shake, like all the vows I failed to make. The Bible lay with dust and tears, like it had waited all these years. I spoke of greed, of lies, of rage, of cards and debts and iron chains, of every grave my choice is made, and all the souls I left betrayed. The bells rang low beyond the hill, the midnight wind turned sharp and still, and through the cracks I swore I heard the dead men speak without a word. Black veil prayer and endless night, begging God to make me right. Lord, I've worn this guilt like rusted steel, and every scar still cuts me deep. If grace still burns beyond the dark, light a fire inside my heart. Before I fade like smoke and rain, wash away this blackened stain. I laid my head beside the cross, counted everything I lost. The candle flared and burned down slow, like time was all I had to owe. Black veil prayer, cold and true. The moon still watched the night shine through. No dawn came breaking, no sunlight rose, just quiet mercy no one knows. And no devil's hand, no graveyard call could keep me chained beyond